In the vast expanse of the North American continent, where towering mountains kissed the skies and endless plains stretched beyond the horizon, a dream was born, a dream of freedom, opportunity, and unity. This is the story of America, not just a land, but an idea that echoed through time. The story begins in the 1600s when brave explorers and settlers crossed treacherous oceans, driven by hope and a longing for a better life. They arrived on the shores of a wild, untamed land where native tribes had lived for centuries in harmony with nature. These settlers from England, France, Spain, and other distant lands brought their cultures, languages, and traditions, laying the foundation for what would become a melting pot of diversity. In the bustling streets of Boston, the air was thick with unrest. By the mid-1700s, the colonists, tired of unfair taxes and distant rule, began to dream of independence. One crisp December night in 1773, a group of men disguised as Mohawk Indians boarded British ships and threw crates of tea into the harbor. The Boston Tea Party became a symbol of resistance, igniting the flames of revolution. The Revolutionary War, fought between 1775 and 1783, was a brutal and challenging conflict. General George Washington, a man of unwavering determination, led the Continental Army through harsh winters and bloody battles. Against all odds, the colonists emerged victorious, and in 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed, proclaiming that all men are created equal and endowed with unalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. As the new nation grew, so did its challenges. The 19th century saw America expanding westward, driven by the belief in manifest destiny, the idea that the nation was destined to stretch from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Pioneers, cowboys, and gold seekers ventured into the wild frontier, while Native American tribes were tragically displaced from their ancestral lands. In the midst of this expansion, a dark shadow loomed: slavery. The tension erupted into the Civil War in 1861, a devastating conflict that tested the nation's very soul. President Abraham Lincoln's leadership and the sacrifices of countless soldiers ultimately preserved the Union and ended slavery, but the scars of the war lingered. The southern states, reliant on enslaved labor for their cotton plantations, clashed with the northern states that sought to abolish the inhumane practice. The dawn of the 20th century brought industrialization and innovation. Skyscrapers pierced the skies of New York City, and Henry Ford's assembly lines revolutionized manufacturing. Immigrants from around the world arrived at Ellis Island seeking the American dream, a promise that hard work could lead to success regardless of one's background. However, the 20th century also brought immense challenges. The Great Depression of the 1930s left millions unemployed and hungry, testing the resilience of the American spirit, just as the nation began